PS5 sales dominate for another month in the UK, PlayStation may have cancelled a new FPS game, more rumors around the upcoming showcase, and Sony shows respect for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. All that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get to them. Let's start with the massive update for the PlayStation Plus catalog for Extra, Deluxe and Premium users. Starting next Tuesday, May 16, you can download Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Humanity as the launch game, Watch Dogs Legion, Dishonored 2, Dishonored Death of the Outsider, Sakuna of Rise and Ruin, the full Tomb Raider trilogy including the definitive edition for the first game, Rise and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Boss Simulator 21, The Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Thymesia, Rain World, Lake, Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, Conan Exiles, and Rune Factory 4 Special. Initially they also listed Sunfall, but the blog post now has a disclaimer that the game is only for the Japanese and Asian regions. Switching to the classic catalog for Deluxe and Premium users, 4 games joined this month, with Siphon Filter, Logan Shadow, Blade Dancer, Lineage of Light, and Pursuit Force, all 3 from the PSP era, and Ghostbusters, the video game remaster. One more trial has joined the service with Weird West, the isometric indie game from the next Dishonored team. You can play it for up to 2 hours. While this is a massive update, we're also losing over 30 games including Injustice 2, Batman Arkham Collection, Spider-Man, Metro Redux Collection, NBA 2K Playgrounds, Resident Evil and more. All leaving on May 16, so this is your last chance to play them. I think Extra users are still getting a lot for their buck, Premium users not so much, but the additions this month are not that bad. You guys overwhelmingly agree this is a great month, with 96% of you giving it 3 stars or above, and over 50% of you giving it 5 stars in our latest community poll. The next update for PS Plus should be the monthly games announcement for June, around May 24, but given there's a rumored PlayStation showcase and the games won't be live until June 5th, maybe they delay that announcement or give it during the showcase. But what games are you looking forward to playing from this month's editions? Let us know in the comments. Let's change to some sales news, as PS5 was the top selling console in the UK the past month. According to GfK data, despite the console leading the sales chart, it was down 35% compared to March, but sold 15% more than April last year. Overall console sales including Switch and Xbox were down by 20% month on month and year on year, with only 111,000. The normal DualSense continues to be the top accessory for the month, with accessory sales for all platforms being 487,000 units, down 21% against March and 6% compared to April last year. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was the top game in April in the UK. As we already mentioned in a previous video, it managed to beat the original game by 31%, with 66% of sales being digital. Dead Island 2 followed, but the original game came out over 10 years ago, for which GST has no data. Overall software sales were 2.2 million on physical and digital, which is down 8% compared to last year. Now let's travel to Japan, where PS5 sales were also good after the past 2 weeks with the Golden Week holiday. According to Famitsu, PS5 nearly got 100,000 units when combining disc and digital versions. It was still beaten by the Nintendo Switch with more than double. As for games, Hogwarts Legacy on PS4 had a great launch, selling over 30,000 copies, and Jedi Survivor was hanging on the 7th spot with almost 17,000 units. The rest, all Switch games as usual. In case you were living under a rock, a Nintendo Switch game released today was The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and PlayStation has shown their respect for the game. Over at the PlayStation official Twitter account, they told their Hylian fans to have fun up there. It's an amazing show of respect from Sony. I'm about 2 hours into the game and having fun, even if Breath of the Wild wasn't my favorite. Are you a PlayStation fan who loves Zelda games? Are you playing Tears of the Kingdom? Let us know in the comments. Moving on, Bungie is getting ready to make Destiny a massive media brand, for which they have hired a former WB Discovery executive. Gabriel Van Hoss has been appointed as the studio head of linear media for the Destiny IP and will be responsible to adapt the game into comic books, TV and film. This was one of the goals for which they wanted to be acquired by Sony, as they would have the support to make the transmedia projects for the IP. Van Hoss will likely work together with PlayStation Productions, who has had a great year with The Last of Us, and they also have Gran Turismo and Twisted Metal coming up. In more Bungie news, they have won another case against a cheat seller team, as the Levy Cheats group has been ordered to pay $6.7 million in damages. Bungie has been in several lawsuits since 2021 and has been awarded over $30 million after winning every one of them. PlayStation Productions started what seems a great 2023 with The Last of Us, but now its second season is on hold due to the Writers Guild of America strike for fair pay. The production team was getting ready for casting when the strike started and switched to using lines from The Last of Us Part 2 game for actors to read instead. They are now expecting to shoot starting early next year. Many other productions are also affected, so hopefully the issue sees a good resolution for all parties involved. Next, we have some rumors that Sony appears to have cancelled an unannounced first-person shooter from developer Final Strike Games, whose previous works include Rocket Arena for EA and live service support on Fortnite. The leak comes from Twitter user Timur, who provided proof to website Insider Gaming on the condition its source remain anonymous. Final Strike Games apparently worked 3 years on the title, which was still 2 years from launch on PS5 and PC. As a result of the cancellation, they had to cut the headcount by 40%. They are now working on a new AAA IP PvP shooter for console and PC, but it's unclear if that's the same game that was cancelled and they found another means of funding. Let's continue with more rumors, as there have been some wild speculation over the PlayStation Showcase for the past few days with Metal Gear remakes and all that. God of War creator David Jaffe stirred up the hornet's nest this week, saying he knew the Bloodborne remaster or remake was in the works. It spread fast on social media and here on YouTube as well, but the creator corrected course with a video on Twitter. He said that he doesn't leak anything, he doesn't know if the game is being made or not, just was talking about a rumor he heard once from a reporter. Again, a reminder that every time there's a showcase coming up, there's all this wild speculation, and we should take everything with a grain of salt. You know which rumors are almost confirmed at this point? The ones about the next Mortal Kombat game. NetherRealm posted a video on the Mortal Kombat channels with a clock ticking, it stops at number 11 and skips 12 to number 1. That links with previous rumors that the next Mortal Kombat game will be a reboot, and now a couple of additional leaks hint at what the game will have. First is Bill Kun, who usually leaks PS Plus games, saying the game is Mortal Kombat 1 with an official reveal close. Previous rumors have said Sony has marketing rights for the game, so likely at the showcase. The game will have 3 versions with a standard, premium and collector's edition, but no further details as to what they will have. Sadly, there won't be a PS4 version. Then Jez Corden from Windows Central also said he's heard the next game is a reboot, and WB has a target release for September. Plus, the character pass will include guests such as Peacemaker and Homelander. We'll know real soon as the Summer Game Fest season approaches. Speaking of Summer Game Fest, host and organizer Geoff Keighley has shared the event will have over 40 partners for the upcoming festivities. Some of them include PlayStation, Xbox, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Activision, EA, Gearbox, Epic Games, Capcom, CD Projekt Red, Bandai Namco, Devolver Digital, who also confirmed their own presentation, and more. PlayStation is rumored to have their own presentation, but in the past few years they also revealed a game during Geoff's event, last year being The Last of Us remake. So maybe they have something again this year. The kickoff show will happen from the YouTube Theater in Hollywood Park, Los Angeles on June 8, and tickets are now available. There's more on the Call of Duty 2023 rumors from Insider Gaming. Despite previous rumors from Bloomberg's Jason Schreier that the game was going to be a big expansion of sorts for Modern Warfare 2, Tom Henderson has said those plans have now changed. According to their sources, this year's game is Modern Warfare 3 by Sledgehammer Games and supported by other studios. The game will have its own campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and a new Warzone 2 map for its first season, which is the Las Almas map found as an Easter egg during the Modern Warfare 2's campaign. Zombies mode is said to be called Outbreak 2.0, and there's a chance it could be either part of the paid game or a free download of its own. Speaking of Call of Duty and Activision, the Microsoft acquisition drama is set to continue next week, as the European Commission is set to reveal their final verdict on Monday. As per Bloomberg and Reuters sources, the organization is expected to approve the deal, however the same was said about the UK CMA from a Financial Times article, and the result was completely different. Granted, the Financial Times was mostly speculating, while Bloomberg and Reuters appears to have concrete information, so there's a chance this one goes in Microsoft's favor. Meanwhile, the UK CMA has imposed Microsoft and Activision with some extra rules, where they need to provide written consent if they intend to acquire stakes in each other, any of their studio subsidiaries, or other businesses with stakes in either Microsoft or Activision. We'll see how this continues next week. Now on to some quick-fire gaming news and announcements. Blizzard has detailed the live service elements for Diablo 4, reassuring it's just about cosmetic items and no gameplay advantages. Besides, they will have seasons kicking off shortly after launch, with a season pass including a free tier, a premium one for $10, and an accelerated option with tier skips and extra cosmetics for $25. Capcom is enjoying one of the best times in the company's history after they reported record high profits for the 6th time in a row. They have sold a staggering 41.7 million games during the past year, up 28% when compared to the previous fiscal year, with Resident Evil 4 and Monster Hunter Sunbreak as the drivers, with 3.75 and 5.44 million units respectively. Bandai Namco also reported great results with 48.3 million games sold across 62 titles launched in the past fiscal year. Both Dragon Ball FighterZ and Xenoverse 2 have surpassed 10 million units each, and Elden Ring sales have reached over 20.5 million units as of March 31st. However, a recent Kadokawa presentation also confirmed that the Elden Ring DLC is not planned to be released during the fiscal year ending March 2024. EA has shared their financial results for Q4, where besides being overjoyed at the early results for Jedi Survivor, they also said FIFA 23 surpassed the lifetime sales of the previous one in just 6 months. During the next month, they plan to release their usual slate of sports titles and Immortals of Avium, but Skate and Dragon Age Dreadwolf won't release until after March 2024. Another game enjoying great results is Power Wash Simulator, as Square Enix and Future Lab announced the game has reached over 7 million players worldwide. The game launched earlier this year on PlayStation but has been on PC with an early access period and on Xbox Game Pass for a while, so this doesn't mean 7 million units sold, but still great for Future Lab. If you want to enjoy another flavor of Souls-like gameplay while waiting for the Elden Ring DLC, it appears Lords of the Fallen will be out this October 13 as per a leak from the Xbox Store by trusted data miner Aggiornamenti Lumion. We'll likely know during the Summer Game Fest season. You can now play A Plague Tale Requiem with rats pestering you at 60 FPS on PS5 after Asobo Studios released the most recent patch this week. It will lower the resolution as a trade, but there's also a resolution mode for you to pick your favorite. An interesting change after the game launched last October with only 30 FPS. A few games have sadly gotten delayed. Team Cherry said Hollow Knight Silksong is not making their first half launch window release, for which they have delayed the game but no new release window was given. Matthew Griffin, marketing lead at the team, reassured development is continuing and they are excited about how it's shaping up. It's quite big, so they want to take time to make the game as good as they can. Frictional Games has announced that Amnesia The Bunker is getting a 2-week delay. That is to work on major crashes and to avoid asking the team to work on weekends or till late at night. Great to see a studio thinking about its employees. Goodbye Volcano High, one of the last remaining games from the first PS5 showcase, has also been delayed from its June release date. Developer Co-op said it's to deliver the best version of the game, and that with the current workload they wouldn't have reached that date. It will be now out on August 29, which is best for them as they avoid Final Fantasy, Street Fighter and Diablo. As for new game announcements, Despelote is a first-person soccer game about people in Ecuador during the period the country was qualifying for the World Cup for the first time. It comes from developers Julian Cordero and Sebastian Balbuena and is published by Panic, the guys who launched Untitled Goose Game. Gylt, previously a Google Stadia exclusive from developer Tequila Works, is making its way to PS4 and PS5 on July 6. It's a narrative adventure with puzzles, stealth, and action. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Come back on Monday for a new video, but remember to share your thoughts on any of this news in the comments below, like or dislike to let me know your feedback, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!